Celebrities change their looks all the time, whether it be their hairstyle, their fashion, or reconstructing their whole face. It is a very common thing in Hollywood. But even though we expect it, does not mean that it doesn't take us by surprise sometimes. Today on Beyond the Screen, I've got a part 2 list of the top 10 celebrities who have drastically changed their looks. But before we get into it, I am your host Joss Bedard, and it would mean the world if you would just hit that thumbs up button, because it really helps us out. Starting us off at number 10 is Jeffree Star. He is now known for being the biggest beauty YouTuber in the world, but before his success in makeup, he was actually a musician and he looked a lot different than he does now. He actually gained a lot of fame on MySpace back in the day for being in the alternative music scene. During that time, he had a very different look, which actually started in high school. You'll notice that one thing he's always been into was makeup. Even in high school, he was drawing on his eyebrows and rocking different bright colored eyeshadow. Over time, he got more involved in the makeup world and started his own YouTube channel. That is where people got to know him as the beauty guru that he is today. You will now see his entire body covered in tattoos, even part of his face. He wears longer wigs, lipstick, high fashion, dresses sometimes, but has always kept the same makeup. You honestly just can't take him away from the eyeshadow. I swear he was like born with it. Like he started wearing eyeshadow when he was probably like a little toddler. Bella Hadid. There is no denying the model is drop dead gorgeous, and despite her transformation, she was stunning from the start. She made her way up on the modeling ranks and now has a very successful career because of her beauty. But throughout her career, people have shared photos of her before modeling and they were shocked to see just how different she looks. To reiterate, not that she was ugly before, but she got plastic surgery and obviously that makes you look different. She didn't change her face so drastically where you can't recognize her before a picture, and her plastic surgery looks as complimentary and natural as possible. But when you compare her photos before and after plastic surgery, there is a noticeable difference, which is usually the point of cosmetic surgery because it is to change certain things about yourself, right? Cruising to the number 8 spot is John Travolta. In the 70s, women were drooling over this heartthrob who always brought that Saturday night fever. His naturally good looks won over the hearts of many people, which is why people were surprised to hear he eventually underwent plastic surgery. It became a big topic of conversation online when people started saying his face looked like wax and was completely different than what they were used to seeing. You can still recognize him, but there's no denying that he does look different. The changes on his face clearly show that there were many actions that had to be taken in order for him to look more artificial compared to his old natural look. Many sources have claimed the majority of cosmetic work was a facelift and Botox injections and say it was simply to just fight the signs of aging. Despite how different he looks though, he has talked about it openly and said he is happy with the changes, and that is all that really matters. Moving on to number 7, we have James Charles. If you know who he is now, then you know him as a beauty YouTuber who took over the platform at a fairly young age. But his career didn't start on YouTube, it actually started on The Ellen Show. He was just a teenager when he appeared on The Ellen Show after his high school graduation photos went viral. He didn't like his photos, so he did his own makeup, used a ring light, and created his own version of the photos. After The Ellen Show, he partnered with CoverGirl and became the first ever cover boy. His career quickly took off from there and he started his own makeup line and then a YouTube channel. People were completely shocked to see what he looked like before and how much his look has changed since before the world knew him. In recent years, his overall look has stayed the same, but he has admitted to some cosmetic procedures. He did tell his fans he has lip fillers and Botox and said that he will always be open about it. We'll see. In spot number 6 is Shane Dawson. He's earned himself the title of being the king of YouTube for the journey he has gone on for the past 9 years. He was one of the OG YouTubers that people fell in love with for his edgy humor, which only came back to haunt him later on in his career. But that is not what this list is about. Not only did his content evolve, but so did his looks. When he first started on YouTube, he looked incredibly different. He was rocking some long hair that he would straighten, and then he would comb his straightened bangs to the side. And when it came to his style, he had more an edgy punk look and would often wear vests with ties, you know, kind of like how Avril Lavigne used to wear them. But as his career continued, he ended up turning to vlogs and even the world of beauty. He now has short hair, facial hair, and his weight has always fluctuated throughout his career, which also makes him look different at times. Halfway through our list at number 5 is Jennifer Coolidge. The actress, best known for her role as Stifler's mom in the American Pie franchise, has changed her look drastically throughout her career. Plastic surgery in Hollywood is no surprise anymore, and she's never been shy to comment on it. Back in 2014, she said that everyone in Hollywood looks like they have ice cream scoop eyes. She said, "It looks so much like someone scooped the whole eyeball out and put it back in. You have to cut your eyelids off here to look young enough to win film roles." But she also admitted to the work that she's had done and is the first one to say that it is weird. She talked about her injections and said it almost makes you look like you've had a stroke. It's honestly hilarious to listen to her talk about it because she will criticize reconstructing your face, but then she will call herself a frost face. She even compared plastic surgery to the clowns that you see at carnivals. Now, I don't think she looks like a clown at all. I think she's beautiful. You can just tell that she's had work done. That's all. But you usually can tell when people have work done. Next up at number 4, we have Chris Pratt. He might be known these days for his portrayal of Peter Quill in Guardians of the Galaxy, but he's also remembered for his days on Everwood and Parks and Recreation. If you've watched him from the start of his career to now, then you've probably seen how much his look has changed over the years. But this isn't plastic surgery related. It's mainly been his weight that has changed and made him look significantly different at times. It was actually his role in Guardians of the Galaxy that made him slim down. The actor said he was around 300 pounds when he first auditioned for the movie, and he dropped 60 pounds in 6 months to play the part. Fans were shocked to see such a drastic transformation in such a short period of time, and of course, everyone wanted to know how he did it. He had a personal trainer, ate 4,000 calories a day, drank tons of water, and worked out 6 days a week. He said he would train anywhere from 3 to 4 hours a day. Now, this lifestyle is not necessarily recommended, but it does take a lot of dedication and hard work, so kudos to him. It looks great. Taking over the 3rd spot is COURTENEY Cox. Anyone who follows me on social media knows that I am a die-hard Friends fan, so I hate that she even qualifies for this list because she is, and always has been, absolutely stunning. She is one of the few women in Hollywood who have been open about the cosmetic procedures they've had done to their face. Just by looking at her photos, you would see that she has had a lot of work done, but she admits it, and she's even said at one point she went too far and that she looked unrecognizable. She said she gradually became addicted to surgery and was taking advice from the wrong people. Over time, she hated the way she looked, so she had all of her fillers removed so that she could look as natural as possible. But when comparing what she used to look like before surgery, her entire face looks reconstructed. Still beautiful, but just very different. She really didn't need to touch her face. It makes me so angry. Taking over our number 2 spot is Taylor Momsen. If you were hooked on the TV series Gossip Girl like I was, then you would know Taylor Momsen for playing Jenny Humphrey in the series. Her character was better known as Little J, and she played the sweet little innocent sister for most of the series. But as the series went on, we saw her character's style and behavior evolve, and we soon realized that she was also evolving in real life outside of her character. She started dressing in darker clothes, wore dark makeup, and had a more edgy rock star vibe going on, which is a big reason why she quit the show. She didn't fit into her character anymore, and she wanted to pursue music. For those who didn't know her on Gossip Girl, they wouldn't know just how much her look has changed because they know her for being in the band The Pretty Reckless. She is now a badass singer for the rock band and looks completely different than she did at the start of her career. In our number 1 place is Mickey Rourke. The actor's transformation has been one of the most talked about. People were shocked when paparazzi photos surfaced of him looking like a completely different person. He's been in the Hollywood limelight for decades, so people were used to seeing his face how they were introduced to him in the 1980s. But his acting career seemed to hit a dead end, and that is when he decided to go back to his first love, which was boxing. Throughout his time fighting, he suffered injuries like broken ribs, a compressed cheekbone, and a split tongue. It was then that he underwent reconstructive surgery of the face. The actor has openly talked about it and said that he went to the wrong surgeon the first time and the outcome was not what he hoped for. So he had to undergo more surgeries to enhance and correct the mistakes. He was also having difficulty breathing and needed surgery again down the road. As of 2017, he has had 5 nose jobs. So the man has been through a lot, to say the least. Alright guys, that's our part 2 list. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down in the comments, and while you are doing that, I'm going to shout out some comments from Belle Delphine is banned on YouTube. Emily QS says, surprised she wasn't banned due to the bathwater thing, so weird. Well, it was really freaking weird, but I don't think you can ban someone for selling a container of water. Jacob Fleming says, and yet there's naked yoga on this platform. There's no way there's naked yoga on YouTube. I don't believe you. Like fully nude?
Yeah.
No!
They just like blur it out, I think. I've seen it.
Then why the hell is Central having taken down? I'm gonna look into this naked yoga. Jacob. Super Senior says, I wonder if she got mixed up with a YouTuber with a similar name. Could be possible, but she also did admit that she got a warning and video taken down 3 days prior, and she admitted that the content was a little risque. So, I don't think so. K Diamond says, I've done less than her and I had my account removed. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. I mean, if WAP is out there on the internet, I feel like we can do kind of anything at this point. Alright guys, that's all I got. I'm getting out of here. I was your host, Joss. I will see you next time. I would love to see Jeffree Star as a baby. I should have Googled that. And her plastic surgery looks as okay. I almost tried to do the Saturday Night Fever thing, but I won't. Halfway through our list at number 5 is Jennifer, Coolidge?
Yeah, I think Coolidge.
I feel like that's the only way you could say it, is Coolidge. Monica Geller was perfect. Oh, I have an itch in my ear. Ah! Can your brain be itchy? Ah! I swear I have an itch in my like eardrum. Like it's so, it hurts. I tried to blow with that itch.